The Land Before Time is still a great animated movie. It tells the story of an orphaned young dinosaur who is separated from his family by a giant volcanic eruption, who makes friends with other young dinosaurs, and together they brave the wilderness in order to find their families. The sequels lack the darkness of the original, and they have a habit of breaking into song, but they are still full of likeable characters, good storylines, and they teach moral messages without ever getting too preachy. Changing the subject altogether, this movie features a dinosaur who's separated from his parents by a volcanic eruption. He and a group of friends must therefore set out across the wild to find them. We are often given updates as to what's going on by a female bird. And is it me, or is the way she's posed just creepy?
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
The baby dinosaur, despite the fact its mother is some kind of sauropod, seems to be two-legged. And putting it bluntly, the drawings and the animation look like they were done by Class 4C. I mean, what exactly do you win if you guess what any of these things are supposed to be? The movie has English dubbing, and so obviously the mouth movements of the characters and the vocals are not going to be in sync, but there doesn't seem to have been any attempt whatsoever to make sure these are timed right. Characters often look like they're mouthing for several seconds before the vocals start, and quite often when someone is speaking, the wrong character is in the picture. The volcanic eruption doesn't actually take place until about halfway through the movie. Up until now it's just been killing time. The baby dinosaur's friend, a pterodactyl, tries to teach it to fly, for reasons best known to itself. Whereas The Land Before Time featured a group of young dinosaurs, braving a landscape of constant danger, here it just seems to be a couple of characters out for a stroll. They're a group of monkeys, despite the fact they weren't around at the time of the dinosaurs. Well, maybe they just make the tea. And the characters in The Land Before Time were constantly under threat from the kind of T-Rex that could have worked just as well in a horror movie. The biggest threat in this seems to be some kind of mutant Centrosaurus. The heroes risk becoming the victim of its evil plans to bloody hell knows what. It's voiced by somebody who doesn't seem to have any kind of acting or vocalising experience whatsoever, and thinks doing juvenile over-the-top baddie will do. In fact, this just about sums up everything that's wrong with the vocals in this movie. It sounds like a story being read to a child by someone who has absolutely no idea about children whatsoever. In fact, the whole movie has a very patronising idea about what children want to watch. There are no likeable characters whatsoever, there's no emotion, it all has a very cynical, well I suppose this'll do feel to it. Oh, and going back to the subject of horror movies, what is this? What is it? This would give little kids nightmares for the rest of their lives. Was it by any chance designed by Victor Meldrew, after he'd finished work on his teddy bear from hell? The Asylum is a film studio which seems to specialise in doing absolutely terrible versions of popular movies. If they'd ever made their own Land Before Time, I can honestly believe it would have been like this.
Let's talk about sex.
And the perverted fear of violence chokes the smile on every face.